It's my pleasure welcoming you to our commerce class for today. Welcome. We are going to look at government regulation of business. We are still under business law. We have discussed what is law, what is business law, what is contract, what is agency under this series. Today we are going to look at 5 objectives under business registration, intellectual property, patent, trademark, and then copyright. Welcome. Are you new to the channel? Please subscribe. Are you a returning subscriber? Thank you. Do you know people who can benefit from this channel? Invite them in. Thank you for being part of this community. Always give your comment below the comment box. I always tell you it's a dialogue class, not a monologue class. I value you, my community, and I love you all. Thank you for dropping by. We are looking at these 5 objectives in our class for today. What is business registration? What is patent? What is intellectual property, trademark, and copyright? How does government regulation comes into play in these 5 objectives? Now let's look at registration of business. What is registration of business? There are rules that must be followed by a business before they start operation in proper. Before they kickstart their operation, before they start up their business, there are things the government requires them to do. For example, choose a business name, file a notification, see if somebody has the name, then pay your filing fee, then approval might be given and you can use that name. That name is peculiar to your business and that name is peculiar to you and your entity alone. The government requires that. So every operating business in the country, the government requires that they get registered. They know the kind of services you render and then see ways they can approve your business. That way you become a legal entity, you can sue and be sued. And then you operate not as an anonymous business operation, but as a registered business in the country that is recognized and identified. So government requires that every business get registered. Remember, we are talking about government regulation of businesses. Now we talk about intellectual property. Now intellectual property has to do with creation of the mind. What do I mean by creation of the mind? Something that you have created on your own. You did not follow anybody's procedure. It is your personal work. It is your personal art. It is your personal intellectual mind. It is your creativity. The government regulates it because you are the originator of such activity. The government identifies you and gives you the sole right to be the original owner of such an entity. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is allowed to use your intellectual work. And this intellectual work can be in form of design, can be in form of symbols, can be in form of images, can be in form of artwork, sculpture, you name it. Intellectual, something of the mind, of the brain, you did by yourself, original creator. You are protected so that people do not come and take it away from you. People do not come and drag ownership of you. You become the bona fide owner. You register it and you have the sole right to sue whoever that trespasses or try to seize ownership from you. The government does that. Now we look at patent, trademark, and copyright. What is patent? We've seen registration of business, intellectual property. Let's look at patent. Patent is an exclusive right granted for an invention. It may be a product or a process. And to get a patent, the inventor must disclose to the public how he came about his process. And so when we talk about patent, it's an exclusive right that is given to an individual or group of individuals for inventing either a product or a process. A product can be designing their products to be very unique. A process, it might be in the computer world. having your own kind of process in achieving a computer program, either in coding or whichever way. You have your unique app you have produced. The process you use belongs to you. But then in patent, you must let the public know that this is the process you use to get it. Then there is something about patent rights. You have this right for a period of time. Sometimes it can be 20 years or more, depending. And after that, other people can be allowed to build on your foundation. Other people can be allowed to modify the process. Maybe somebody has come up with a more authentic procedure of achieving a more better way of your process or your product. The government can allow the person to build on your patent. So you are allowed to enjoy your process for a period of years. And then other people can come and build on your patent rights. But for the first time you have told the public, this is how I got my process, nobody is allowed to come and tamper with it. Then copyright. Copyright is the legal term used to describe a right that a creator have. What do I mean by a creator? Somebody who invented or started off a process. Like in the music industry, your original song, the song you've come to craft on your own, and you have put it out. You are protected for people not to copyright it, not to take it as their own, not to sell it without your right or without your permission. In films, you've shot a video, you have scripted your film, you shoot it out there, people are already watching it, and somebody comes to claim ownership. Copyright protects you. You can sue those who come to take ownership that they don't owe. Then books. Copyright protects books owner so that people will not come and take over ownership of your own book. You are protected by the government. You can sue whoever comes to take ownership of your books. Equally in painting, equally in sculpture, equally in your own database, in your own computer programming, in your own app building. Remember, we are still talking about government regulation of businesses. We've talked about registration of business, patent, intellectual property. Okay, we are left with trademark. It is a unique, trademark is a unique mark that distinguishes your product from another. Let's take, for example, Bonvita and Cowbell. It's not a paid advert, I'm just using it for example. Pig has their own logo. That's their trademark. Cowbell has their own logo. That's their trademark. The name, the unique name they possess, that's their trademark. So, in the markets, you see different products. To distinguish from one product to another, they have their trademark. That makes them the original creator and distinguishing factor that differentiates them. Their logo, their design, their name, their color, that is trademark. What differentiates your product from another person's product? And you are protected by the government. No company will come and take over Picnic. That name is taken, that brand is taken, that color is taken, that logo is taken. Nobody can come. If anybody produces underground that product, Pick can sue the individual. So also it goes for other products. Whether they are competitive products or product on the same range, you have your unique brand. That is trademark. And you are protected so that nobody comes to interfere with your production. Nobody comes to interfere with your brand, your name, your color. So these are ways the government to regulate businesses. Under name registration, you register your name and you are getting that as a unique entity to yourself. Patent, you have an exclusive right being an inventor, and you enjoy that right for a period of time before the public is allowed to build on your intellectual ability. Then intellectual property, it's something you build from your mind, your creativity, your brain, and you have put it as a whole, you put it out there. It can be a painting, it can be an artwork, it can be a process, it can be a product. It's your personal intellectual work. It's your mind creation, and it is solely for you, not for anybody. Trademark is a logo, a design, a color, a brand name that a company, an individual have chosen to identify them from other products out there, that makes them unique and stand out as their own personal brand. Then we have copyright. The copyright is a legal term used to describe the regulation that covers a creator of a product, a creator of an artwork, music, film, database, sculpture, and the rest of them, and you are protected. Nobody, books, nobody can go and duplicate your work without your permission. That person can be sued. That is how the government protects individuals in the business world, so that people can run their business in peace and impersonators do not come and usurp your activity or your work. So this will be it in our commerce class. I hope you find value for it and you understand these terms and how governments come to interrelate with them. So you know your rights now. People copy your work, you know what to do. Intellectual property, you know what to do. Thank you for dropping by. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Invite more people to come to the channel. Let's grow the community big. This is your SS2 class. If you want your SS1 class on commerce and you cannot find all of them in the channel, head over to Class Online School. You get them for a token. If you want to support this channel, it will be our pleasure for us to get your support. Enter below the comment box and we'll tell you how you can support the channel. It's an educational class where we want you to learn everywhere. We cover the Nigerian curriculum step by step, like what you learn in your normal school. We want you to learn everywhere, learn as you go, learn at home, learn anywhere you are. And we want you to pass your exam and become a better student. Until I come your way next time, thank you for being my community.